Hi, this is Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com. And this is a short YouTube video, just a message for me to the folks of Orange County. I have been involved with indoor cycling for over 15 years. I'm a specialist in the field. I grew up basically in the bicycle business, and I met Johnny G, the creator of spinning, while I was managing Beverly Hills Bike Shop. And we became friends, and I've been involved with indoor cycling and spinning for over 15 years. We're the exception to the rule in that we don't build new bikes like furniture from IKEA. We do pro builds. We're the only company in the world that I know that does that. And we're also the only company that does lifetime warranties for consumers on a good number of the bikes we sell. Even our professionally refurbished bikes, we do lifetime warranties. Now, we have one. I just opened a store in Laguna Niguel in the Three Flags Center last year. It's been open for about a year. And there are options in Orange County. There are giant used fitness equipment warehouses. There's one in particular, a friend of mine owns it. But there are also a couple of guys that they have either websites or they represent that they have big warehouses. And basically what these guys do is they just troll the big warehouses looking for bikes that come in. And this guy specializes in used equipment. He buys it and sells it fast. And these guys are basically brokers, and they'll go to the warehouse and say a package of 20 or 30 bikes comes in, and some of the bikes look good. They're not that aesthetically, weathered. They'll take these bikes, wipe them down, lube the chains, and they'll say the bikes have been cleaned and serviced. It may seem like a good deal, but if you don't have a license, you don't have a storefront, you're not insured, you have a website that represents someone else's business as your own inventory, those are huge red flags. Now here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. This is a Star Trek Spinner NXT. We just installed 160 bikes into the Spectrum clubs. They got the new Schwinn AC Performances, which is this bike here. And we pulled 160 NXTs out. Now if you look at this bike, if you're a used fitness equipment company, you would salivate over this bike because it looks good. But the truth of the matter is this bike came out of a club and it was in play for 4 or 5 years. So it's been used 4 or 5 times a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, but it looks good. Now what we do with a bike like this is we tear it down to the bare frame. New bearings here, new bearings here. You can look anywhere on this bike and it is spotless. This is a good area to look at on a bike like an NXT because this really tells you, if you see a lot of crud under there, that's a good indicator that the bike hasn't been taken apart. And generally speaking, most used fitness equipment companies don't take bikes apart unless something is clearly and undeniably broken or it looks broken. So what we do with a bike like this, the NXT, is we tear it completely apart, we rebuild it, we put new parts inside the bike, we do a lifetime warranty, we do brand new clip pedals. Let's say you buy a used bike from somebody and it doesn't have clip pedals. Right there you're talking an additional $50 to $100. Let's say you buy a used bike and the flywheel bearings go out in 6 months. If you can find someone in your area to repair it, you're looking at another $50 to $100 to $150. And it goes on and on and on. So beware of the used fitness equipment companies selling stuff and using terms like cleaned and serviced. And even if they do rebuild it, it may be rebuilt by somebody who doesn't have a particular skill set that allows them to deliver you an optimized product. I'm a specialist. I've written all of the tech manuals in the indoor cycling industry for the last 15 years. These books are the Bibles, and the companies that manufacture the bikes sell my books. So I always say, That and $4 gets me a cup of coffee, because I'm not trying to put the message out there that I'm any big deal or I'm anything special. I'm just a real serious guy about what I do, very intense about delivering an optimized product. And, having the only 2 indoor cycling retail stores and having 1 in Orange County, avail yourself to it. If you want to call me and talk to me directly, 888-909-BIKE, 310-664-1375, cell phone 818-470-2204. And if you're in San Diego and you think driving to Orange County is a long way to go, I have the only 2 indoor cycling retail stores in the world. If you were in Boston or New York or Houston or Seattle, that would be a long drive to go to a store where there's 40 to 50 of the top bikes built, tuned, ready to ride and test and take home. And try to call anybody online, any company, and get an in-depth conversation about what your concerns are, whether you're a petite woman or a tall guy or a heavy person, or there's a husband and wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, because one size doesn't fit all. You shouldn't just arbitrarily grab a bike because the price is good. Do your homework, and hopefully with you doing that, you'll find one bike that works perfectly for you. I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me talk, and I wish you the best of luck on your road to health and fitness.